Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another Saw discussion video. So I've had a lot of people over the course of the last few months ask me this one way or the other, and I wanted to just kind of make a video addressing the issue, the way I look at it and the way I interpret it based on what we see on the screen and what I know from the other things, in the outside rims of what we see on the screen in the Saw franchise. And that is, why is the key in the bathtub at the beginning of the first Saw film with Adam? Why does it go down the drain? What was that even about? Why even give Adam that potential to unlock his chains and be free from this at the very, very beginning? And how would that have affected the outcome of the first movie or just the game in general? And I've always felt like the answer was just right in front of everyone's face and no one really kind of picked up on it. And really that is when Zepp goes to the bathroom, after he gets done with Allison and Diana, he goes to the bathroom as Tap is running after him or driving after him. And one thing we hear in that scene is he unlocks the door. In fact, one of the things that we hear or see at the very beginning of the movie is Dr. Gordon trying to open up the door. Now, of course, he wasn't really at the handle of the door. He couldn't push it back the same way that Zepp could or John could at the very end of the film. But one of the things I think is that the door was locked. It was completely locked. It wouldn't have mattered if Adam had actually gotten free from his chains and was able to move around. I think it would have created a different dynamic in the room. It would have made Dr. Gordon's interaction with Adam a lot more severe or a lot more hostile when he is literally doesn't have that type of power and Adam has the type of power to move freely around. One of the things I think John was interpreting when, or at least thinking about with the key in the bathtub, is it would allow Adam to get the tape recorder much easier. Now, of course, there was always a way for him to get it. If he had used the drain pipe, which he did with his shirt, he was able to get the tape recorder and they could listen to their tapes. But if he had found the key, unlocked his chains, he would have been able to just walk over to John's body and pick up the tape recorder, no problems. I mean, just go back and look at that shot. Look how far Adam is from the tape recorder and know that one of the reasons he wanted Adam to have the key is that he wanted Adam to be able to freely move around. Considering the fact that he also put it on Dr. Gordon's list that he had to kill Adam in order to actually win the game. Of course, that wasn't really his game. He wanted to add that extra dimension of their relationship. Like, how do you kill someone who's freely mobile even in a confined room while you're chained up and you can't really move around? I think that would have been a really interesting story dynamic that they didn't go with. Of course, one of the things, and they heavily imply this in the movie, although they don't show it, it was written in the Saw 3 script that Amanda actually rigs the game. Now, they heavily imply this, like I said, at the very end of Saw 3, when they're going through all of the flashbacks that we had seen from the other movies, and also Saw 3, where she takes the key out of her shirt and she throws it on Adam as he's slowly sinking into the water. And that is to imply, or at least they heavily imply in the movie in that montage, that this is somehow her fault or she had somehow done something to it. Now, like I said, in the shooting script of the movie, one of the things they mentioned is that she deliberately, while putting him in the bathtub, wrapped the drain pipe around his foot so he would trigger that as soon as he became conscious under the water and started thrashing around. It would inevitably unplug the water and drown the key with it. That was her. That was something that she had done and something the movies implied at some point in the third film. So I do believe that it wouldn't have mattered. Now, I don't know how that really makes up for what John says at the very end of the first Saw film. The key to that chain is in the bathtub, and then we see the key float down the drain. That's something that we weren't really aware of what we were seeing at the very beginning of the first Saw film. But I do believe that Dr. Gordon wasn't really supposed to kill Adam. Obviously, he was supposed to kind of care about Adam and not kill him, probably wound him. That's why John says he won at the end of Saw 3D and something like that. I'm not sure. that's the way I've always interpreted this, always taken it, that even if Adam were to be let out of the chain at the very beginning of the movie, it wouldn't have really helped much, and it would have just created a much further dynamic between Dr. Gordon and Adam throughout the entire film, giving Dr. Gordon a leg down on almost everything else that he had to deal with in that entire movie. So what are your thoughts on this, guys? Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? If you think I'm wrong, why do you think I'm wrong? I always want to hear different interpretations and everything of the movies. Of course, none of this has been overly confirmed, at least not that I can remember. Maybe they talked about it in the commentary. Obviously, if you haven't listened to the commentary for any of the films, please make sure to go do that, especially the first two films. They have some amazing commentary, especially almost everything with Leigh Whannell and his interpretation of the movies. And then also Marcus Stunson and Patrick Melton are also really fun to listen to. But guys, also, if you're going to listen to the commentary, I just want to say, please make sure to go watch the commentary between Tobin Bell and Shawnee Smith for Saw 3. It is absolutely fantastic and a must-watch for any Saw fan. But guys, with that being said, tell me in the comment section below what you think about this. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell over by the subscriber button. Share this video out to all of your friends. And I'm going to catch you on the next video, whether it's Saw related or something else. I hope everyone has a good day. It's been real.